Alright, hello everyone. So you're here with Benjamin Kalmberg from www.consciousazine.com, and we're just on the Your Natural Paradise back page or notes page. The last 10 or so videos have been on here. If you want to see more of this series, you just type in $30 Bandit on YouTube. And for instance, my last video was on Jabuticaba and its health benefits, so I'm doing a wide variety of food plants, and this is the food plant teaching series associated with www.consciousazine.com. Okay, so the beetroot is the taproot portion of the beet plant, also known in North America as the table beet. Also known in North America as the table beet, garden beet, red or golden beet, or informally simply as the beet. It is several of the cultivated varieties of beet, Beta vulgaris, grown for their edible taproots and their greens. Now, a lot of people don't eat the greens. I love the greens here. They contain many of the same things that are in the taproot portion. And you know, it's obviously alkaline and alkalizing, and you know, that's good for longevity. And you know, if we're just eating always meat, muscle, and you know, seeds like rice and potatoes, well, you know, we're going to have a very acid diet. And you know, even Harvard University and other universities and people have noted that, you know, cancer needs an acidic environment for it to proliferate in, and it won't proliferate in an alkaline environment. So it's good to keep your body alkalized, because as you noticed, a lot of people are getting cancer around the world, and so if you don't want cancer, it's a really good way to go to eat alkaline food, and then you don't have to end up on chemotherapy or anything else. Now, the edible taproots and their greens, these varieties have been classified as B. vulgaris, Vulgaris conditiva, there's a group by the look of it, cultivar group. Other than as a food, its uses include food coloring and as a medicinal plant. Many beet products are made from other Beta vulgaris varieties, particularly sugar beet. Now, it said, you know, that it's used for food coloring, and you know, there's these purple carrots that you can get, and I've noticed there's purple carrots when I buy them from Bunnings Warehouse here in Australia, that they actually have a orange center, and they're not, I call them the fake purple carrots, because they're not wholly purple. And the difference is, I've noticed, the fully purple carrots, they bleed like beetroot when they're really, really good. And I've managed to get my hands on a few of those really organic purple carrots, and they're definitely the best carrots to eat in my opinion. And because it gives you this same, well, it's pigmentation too, so antioxidation, and also it's, you know how beets are so healthy, and you can imagine this is really absorbable in the body. So I love how the purple carrots bleed as well. So try and find those. Anyway, beetroot is an excellent source of folate and a good source of manganese, and contains betaines. Let's have a look into that. Oh, okay, so such as a ammonium or phosphonium cation. Oh, I had that information somewhere. Okay, so it says it's also a methyl donor of increasingly recognized significance in biology. And I was hearing David Wolfe talk about methyl and you know how beetroot has a lot of methyl in it, and he was saying, you know how when people take drugs they look like suddenly afterwards they can sometimes look like they've aged 10 years, and I recognised what he was talking about. And I thought, oh, okay, so that's what's going on. And he reckons, you know, it's you know, the lacking of the methyl groups in the body, which makes that effect occur. So, and he did mention beetroot, so that's interesting. It's mentioned it there, so it's really good for you. So, where were we up to? Betaines, okay. Betaines which may function to reduce the concentration of homocysteine, a homologue of the naturally occurring amino acid cysteine. High circulating levels of homocysteine may be harmful to blood vessels and thus contribute to the development of heart disease, stroke and peripheral vascular disease. And I was listening to David Wolfe talk about homocysteine and other xenoestrogens and all this sort of stuff. This hypothesis is controversial as it has not yet been established whether homocysteine itself is harmful or is just an indicator of increased risk for heart disease. Well, I think it's a good idea to stay away from it and to eat more betaine because it may function to reduce the concentration of this bad one. So it can't hurt you to eat more beetroot. The red colour compound betanin is not broken down in the body and in higher concentrations may temporarily cause urine and stool to assume a reddish colour. In the case of urine, this is called beturia. This effect may cause distress and concern due to the visual similarity to hematuria, blood in the urine or blood in the stool, but is completely harmless and will subside once the food is out of the system. And it can also, like I said before, act as a carrier for things and make things more absorbable. Preliminary research, basic research on rats as well as pilot studies on humans have shown betaine may protect against liver disease, particularly the accumulation of liver fat deposits caused by alcohol abuse, protein deficiency and diabetes. A preliminary research, beetroot juice reduced blood pressure in hypertensive individuals and so may have an effect on mechanisms of the cardiovascular disease, which is, one of the highest death-causing diseases in the world. Dietary nitrate, such as that from consuming beets, may be a source for the biological messenger nitric oxide, which induces the endothelium of arteries to signal smooth muscle, triggering vasodilation and increased blood flow. So that sounds good. So I've got these other ones open, so we're just going to go visit each one instead of me copying and pasting it down there. Where are we? Oh yeah, and first there is a nutritional chart in Wikipedia here for the beetroot, so I wanted to have a look at that. Show you guys. So there it is. So you can see it's got a lot of the B group vitamins: folate, vitamin B6, pantothenic acid, niacin, riboflavin, thiamine. So that's good. 2%, 3%, 5%. Folate B9, it has 20%. So it's got a lot of B9. That's good. It's got a lot of manganese too, 14% manganese, some calcium, iron, magnesium, so these will help you feel de-stressed too, and phosphorus is important for bone growth as well. We've always been told just calcium, but phosphorus is also good for it, and zinc and vitamin K. And so we've got some potassium and some sodium. Now sodium's not inherently bad, especially when it's mixed with that much potassium, so they're about even there, so that's really good. So beetroot's looking pretty nice. It's got a, you know, it is kind of a medicinal, it's got a lot going on for it. So let's go to this article here, nutritionandU.com. Yep, good for cardiovascular health. This tuberous root vegetable belongs to the Amaranthacea family in the Beta genus. Swiss chard is another member in the Beta genus, grown for its edible leaves. Yeah, so, you know, I've just taken I bought a packet of 5 beetroots. I smoothied up 2, put them in my blender, and you know, the other 2 or 3 I tried to grow, so now I've got 3 growing, and you know, I just pick them for the leaves to give me more leaves. So if I'm cooking, say, I don't know, sweet potato and onion and I don't know, pasta and stuff, I'll cook my funny mixes and I'll put in, you know, a whole salad in this mix. And you know, people will say, yeah, and I agree, a lot of the greens will lose a lot of nutrients while I'm cooking them, but the way I cook them is I put them on top to sort of keep the moisture and heat on the potato at the bottom, and cook the sweet potato